And welcome back to Sports the NEMO Way, the Denver Broncos episode. Yes, we have made it to Denver. I will not repeat what Russell Wilson is constantly saying right now because it's getting on my last nerve. But the Broncos,
we're going to have to say it by the end of the episode at least once.
I don't know about all that.
I don't know.
But anyway, we have the Denver Broncos this week. We do not have a guest this week, and we're actually a man down. Get well, Willard. He texted us, a little while ago and said he was not feeling well and didn't think he needed to come. So our first football episode without our full cast. Bummer. And just a warning to everybody, we're actually watching the Eagles game, which I am obviously a fan of. So hopefully I'll pay close attention to the episode and not curse too much into my microphone because they're losing. But anyway, that being said, let's get started on the Broncos. Drew, who's your number 4?
My number 4 is Champ Bailey.
Champ is actually my number 3.
Okay.
He's actually my number 2.
Okay.
I don't have him.
Wade? Wade didn't have him either.
Okay.
Really? I figured Wade would be all
This
over
is
Champ.
Wade's defensive 4th guy. Perfect pick, Wade. What the heck? All right, well, let's see here. Old Champ, 12-time Pro Bowler, 7-time All-Pro. Yes, 52 interceptions, 931 tackles. Member of the All-2000s team. I mean,
He's in the Hall of Fame.
yeah.
Yep.
He was, I think, of the main sports watching portion of my life, obviously Dion played early in my life, but Champ Bailey is the best corner of my lifetime, of my main sports watching time. He was a complete shutdown corner, only he could also tackle.
He could definitely tackle.
He was just an absolute beast. I've said for years that I think he's the second greatest corner of all time. A lot of these older shutdown corners that we've talked about with other teams played when you could just maul and manhandle receivers. Champ Bailey had to shut down the side of the field without doing that, which I think is really what separates him into a different category. He has 52 career interceptions.
Well, and 12 Pro Bowls just jumps out at you.
He made 12 in a row.
Yeah. I mean, for a corner where as you get older, speed kind of hurts you or can hurt you, to make it 12 times, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was close to Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, he came in second.
I'm trying to remember who won it. It's been...
I should be able to tell you in just a second. Defensive Player of the Year was Jason Taylor that year.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Taylor had 13.5 sacks with 42 tackles and 2 INTs.
I bet he had a bunch of forced fumbles that year.
It doesn't say it on
They
here.
probably won't say it on there, but I think we talked about that during the Dolphins episode. His Defense Player of the Year, and doesn't he have a bunch of forced fumbles?
Maybe.
Champ Bailey had 74 tackles, so almost twice the amount of tackles as Jason Taylor. Obviously, he doesn't have the sacks, Jason, but he had 10 interceptions that year. Yeah. It's hard to win awards as a corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
You don't get... Because if you're a really good corner, people don't throw it to your way to accumulate.
Yes, people just stop throwing to your side of the field.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you get your... The best thing for corners is they get their All-Pros and their Pro Bowls. And, yeah, picks when they can. But
Yep. No, I'm a big Champ Bailey guy. He was going to make my list, and he's, like I said, second on my list. So, all right. Anybody else have anything else to add on Champ Bailey before we
no.
move on to somebody else? All right. Who has number 4 left?
I do.
Uncle Doug?
My number 4 is Shannon Sharp.
Ah, Shannon Sharp is my number 3.
Ah, okay.
Shannon's my number 2.
All right.
Shannon's not on my list.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to hearing your list.
What
Ray.
about-
I don't know. I'm scared to hear his list. At this
What about
point.
Wade?
Oh, Shannon Sharp made Wade's list. Yes, I'm
Alright.
sorry. Yes.
Wade redeemed himself. Oh, right.
This ought to be good.
All right.
Shannon, Shannon Sharp was Wade's number 2.
All right.
Okay.
All right. That's what I had.
Yep.
Old Shannon.
8 Pro Bowls, 5 All Pros, 4 first team, over 800 catches, over 10,000 yards, 62 TDs, averaged over 12 yards a catch. There were 3 Super Bowls, but I don't think they were all with the.
One was with the Ravens.
Yeah, I would say he had one elsewhere. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was like the only weapon they had in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's the only way Dilfer moved the ball was to get it to Shannon.
I mean, they didn't. I mean, I think during that span, that Ravens defense scored more points than their offense did
Yeah.
with Ray Lewis. But no, I remember Shannon Sharp. I'm pretty sure he's the one that gets on the phone and says, and he calls like, he's acting like he's calling like the SWAT team or something. Says, they need to get down here and guard me or something, or someone send help. Pretty sure it's him that gets on like the phone.
Well, he wasn't shy about talking.
No, he's still not shy. Him and Skip Bayless.
Oh yeah, they do that show. So.
Oh, he's definitely famous. And he's
Yeah.
definitely loud.
Yeah.
And he always was loud and obnoxious. But I mean, he's one of the greatest tight ends of all time. I
He
think.
kind of
Right.
helped shape
And
the tight end to what it is
Mhm.
nowadays.
truth be told, my opinion, he's not the best receiver in his family.
Right.
I think his brother's better.
Yeah, his brother's career just got cut short.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
hurt and had to quit
Isn't that
playing.
Sterling Sharp?
Yeah,
Didn't he play for
yeah.
the Packers?
Yep.
I thought.
Yeah, a
Had a
lot of
neck
people. I've
injury
heard a
and had
lot
to
of people
quit.
say that. I mean, I was really young when Sterling played, but
Sterling was
I
good.
remember
Yeah.
hearing about him, but
He
I
was
never.
really good. But yeah, I remember a lot about Shannon and Shannon playing tight end for those Broncos teams, and so I thought we'd give him a little attention here.
he's got 10,000 yards and 62 touchdowns out of the tight end spot.
Two Super Bowls for the Broncos.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got 3,000-yard seasons before tight ends really had 1,000-yard seasons. I don't know where he's at on the all-time tight ends list. I probably should have looked that up before the episode, but I bet he's fairly high on all of them.
I would think, yeah.
He also has, 815 catches. So yeah. All right. Anything else? Anybody else have anything else to add on Shannon?
Nope.
All right. Well, who has number 4 left?
I do.
All right, Ray. What you got?
Rod Smith.
Okay.
I like Rod Smith.
I like Rod Smith too.
Uh,
I debated between he and Shannon
Did you?
for my number 4.
Okay.
So I do really like Rod Smith.
Okay. So at least I'm not off the beaten path too
No,
far yet.
not at all.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, Rod Smith's a good
Yeah,
player.
that's fine.
Yep.
2 Super Bowls, 3 Pro Bowls. He's almost 4,000 receiving yards ahead of Shannon. He's 13 touchdowns ahead of Shannon, and he's also got 348 rushing yards. So I mean, pretty good player. Probably not as popular as Shannon, but still pretty good. And I knew everybody's going to be throwing Shannon Sharp and Champ Bailey in here, which I had consideration on my list. But I thought I'd throw a little wrench in everybody's thing just to show out a little bit.
He's also a 2-time All-Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he also had 13.4 yards per catch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So he's ahead of Shannon at that too.
So, yeah.
So, yeah,
So,
but I got no problem with Rod Smith.
Okay, good. Good.
Oh, I don't have a problem with you, Rod Smith making your list. I'll poke holes in your Rod Smith over Shannon Sharp argument when it comes down to it, but
Yeah, so
Right,
if you
yeah.
want to argue Shannon Sharp and Rod Smith,
That is what he's lacking, really.
I mean, they played together and won Super Bowls together, so I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you can't hold
Yeah.
that against the guy.
Yeah.
they had 2 different jobs on the same team,
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Well,
All
and the 8 Pro Bowls to 3 Pro Bowls, and
Mhm.
yeah.
All right. I also have a number 4 left. My number 4 is Terrell Davis.
Oh, okay. He's my number 2.
He's my number 2.
He's not on the list.
He did make Wade's as well. Wade has him at 3.
Okay.
I really like Terrell Davis. I think I've said on the podcast before that I think Terrell Davis had a just phenomenal few seasons right there together. But I thought it was a crock that he got into the Hall. You can't play 6 seasons in the NFL and be a Hall of Famer, as far as I'm concerned.
Is it really even 6?
I think he was in the league for 6 years, but
his prime was like
he didn't play a lot in
like
a lot of those seasons.
3 years,
really 4 years. Yeah,
Right.
in his first year, he got 1,000 yards, but the next 3, 15, 17, and 2,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
he led the. I mean, yeah, he was. I couldn't leave him off because there wasn't a ton of guys for the Broncos, and this guy not only, has 3 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pros. He has the 2 Super Bowls. He has an MVP.
And a Super Bowl MVP.
And a Super Bowl MVP. And he's on the All-90s team, which is, again, kind of weird that he's on the All-90s team. I mean, not that he can't be on the All-90s team, but, I mean, like, he played for 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Like,
He didn't play for half the decade.
right, like, are you telling me he had a better decade than Emmitt Smith?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like, did he have a better decade than Thurman Thomas?
Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders?
Right, yeah.
Like...
So,
Yeah, and I'm sure we're probably forgetting a couple of
I'm
good
sure we
running
are,
backs
yeah.
from the 90s. But, I mean,
Those guys were going to Super Bowls and also won MVPs and played for more than 4 years.
well, I mean, Emmett has an MVP, doesn't he? He has an MVP, doesn't he?
I think so.
I think.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Emmett has an MVP, and he won Super Bowls, obviously. But we know Barry has an MVP.
Yeah, obviously he didn't have a Super
He
Bowl.
didn't have a Super
Thurman
Bowl.
went to some, and he
Yeah,
got
he got an MVP.
and Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, I'm not trying to bash Terrell Davis, but he does have a lot of accolades for a guy that didn't play that long. He has the wins. He did get into the Hall, even though I don't agree with it. But he has 7,000 rushing yards. 60 TDs is pretty impressive for as short a time as he played, I think. In his 2,000-yard season, he rushed for 21 touchdowns. He led the league in touchdowns back-to-back seasons at 15 and then 21. And the season before that, he had 13, so it's not like he was having a bad season rushing. So, yeah, those 3, I mean, his first 4 years in the league are all good. His rookie season's, 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns. I mean, nothing to be like, oh, my God, about. But, I mean, it was a nice season. But then you go 1,513, 1,715, and 2,021. So, I mean, those are huge numbers. And then he also was catching around 40 balls a season during those seasons, getting between 2 and 350 yards. And he has a total of 5 catching touchdowns during that time. So, nice all-around back. And he would really... especially for the second, I think it was the second Super Bowl. They won it 97-98, right?
I think so.
Sounds right.
Yeah, so I think the second year, he was really, really the driving force on that Super Bowl win.
Yeah.
Like, he was a big part of the first one, but I think Elway played a bigger role in the first one. And I think Terrell Davis just was the offense that second year.
Well, that 98 was his 2,000-yard season.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He was the MVP of the league, and they were kind of handing it more to Terrell than they were relying on John's arm.
Yep. So, I know I did struggle with the time he played, but with all the accolades, and I didn't really have a ton of other people.
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking at a Hall of Famer with mega awards.
Yep.
So I did end up putting him on there. So was that everybody but Drew?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, I didn't screw it up this time, Drew, so I won't be too hard on you.
We could have 2 more perfect weeks.
Yeah.
Old Jaguars and Panthers.
Well, you know how ticked I would be if the Jaguars and Panthers would have happened and we didn't have the Bills?
Yeah.
You know, if we wouldn't have had a perfect week.
We could have blamed
Yeah.
Ray because he was talking like he left Thurman off. And put on.
Yeah.
The way he was talking, he said, "I only got." The way he worded it made it sound like I had one running back. Me and Alex looked at each other and were like,
Oh, man, yeah. All right, so that's everybody's number 4, except for Wade's. Do we want to do Wade's?
Sure. What's
Yeah.
he got?
Wade's number 4 is Peyton Manning.
Oh,
hey.
did he really?
Yep.
That is great.
"We need Wade just over here."
I love Peyton, and he got him a Super Bowl, but
And he had probably
what, 3 years?
but he had his best season there. 50. Then the one year was
He
like
did have
50,
one amazing season.
50
yeah.
passing touchdowns.
I mean, Peyton's career is off the charts,
Right.
no contest, but the majority of it's not there. I mean, it hasn't been down for 4 seasons in Denver.
Yeah, that one year when he threw for like 5,000 yards, 55 touchdowns.
Right. They had the one crazy year.
Yeah, here it is. 54-77. That's his yards. And 55 touchdowns.
Wow.
Who won MVP? How's it not Peyton?
He did. He got MVP.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna get the
He came in second the
My
year
bad.
before, where he threw for 4,637 touchdowns.
Okay, I was about to say, how did Peyton not? I thought that was the other one. My bad.
I mean, he played 4 seasons in Denver. In those 4 seasons, he threw for... It's kind of crazy. He threw for 17,000 yards.
Wow.
And 140 touchdowns.
Wade's just shaking his head yes at home right now. He's like, yes.
Yeah, 17,000 yards and 140 touchdowns to 53 picks. And he won a Super Bowl and an MVP and an Offensive Player of the Year and a Comeback Player of the Year.
Wow. It is impressive. It really is.
I mean, Terrell Davis had 4 really good years. You know that's what Wade would say if he was here. Terrell Davis only had 4 good years. Peyton only had 4 good years.
It's true. They both have an MVP. And they both have an Offensive Player of the Year. Terrell Davis doesn't have a Comeback Player of the Year. But Terrell Davis got 2 titles to his 1. And to be honest with you, the year they won the title, it wasn't because of Peyton
It
Manning.
was right, Von
yeah,
Miller.
Yeah. I mean, Peyton had 4 years in Denver, but it wasn't 4 good years.
Right, the last
That
year was
last
That
year
last year, the year
not
they actually
good.
won, he didn't play well. It was more
No.
that defense.
So,
and he missed a portion of the season.
right.
Yeah, 'cause I remember Brock Osweiler. Everyone was like, he's the next Peyton Manning because they beat the Patriots. I was like, oh, jeez.
And then they traded Osweiler to the Texans.
They bamboozled the Texans.
Yeah,
they signed
They
him.
ended up getting nice picks out of him, and then then the Texans end up trading Osweiler and picks to the Browns to get the Browns to take his contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Texans.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Texans are.
But the Texans are where they're at right now.
Yeah, they got issues.
But let's listen to this though. Peyton Manning in Indianapolis threw for 55,000 yards and 400 touchdowns. So yeah.
Yeah.
But Alex, no one has thrown for 100,000 yards like the Tom Brady.
Okay.
Don't even go there.
Don't
girl.
even go there.
Hey. He lost Giselle.
Yeah, that's right.
It's all right. Zach Wilson is on the prowl.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
I
good.
forgot about that.
There's
That's
someone
good.
made like a fake tweet and said Zach Wilson said, "It's all right, Giselle. You can come over. I'll take care of you."
Oh, that's great.
Have you guys seen Antonio Brown shirts that he made?
Uh-uh.
He cropped at his face and put it on Tom Brady's face when they won the Super Bowl. It's Giselle hugging him, but it's Antonio Brown's face and he's selling shirts.
Yes. That's great.
By the way, guys, speaking of a Manning, though, am I the only one that anytime the Manning cast is on, that's all I'm watching? I'm not watching the actual regular cast.
Yeah, I watched it. Most of the time we watched the Manning
Yeah, I'll have to
cast.
watch the Manning.
I'd rather
cast,
listen to the Mannings than Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
Indeed. The Manning cast is legit. I like it.
The way they pick at each other is so funny.
It is. They are both funny.
Either Eli's making fun of Peyton for his forehead, or we're talking about Chad Powers. Oh, yeah. Oh, did you guys see Arch Manning fell? He's not the #1 quarterback in his class anymore.
No.
Really? I
yeah,
didn't see that.
He fell.
Oh, who passed him up?
I don't know. I didn't see the kid's
Where's
name.
the kid going?
I don't know you. I didn't look at Navarre into. I was just scrolling through college stuff, looking at
Okay.
stuff talking about Jordan. They said Arch Manning falls and latest. Oh, and Aeneas did his top 10 schools.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think there's 6 SEC schools or 7. So
See what the number.
he's like the number. His top 10 recruit in his class, and he might be the 1 or 2 running back.
That's what I was thinking. I was
In
thinking
his
at
class.
some point
He'll get his 5th star at the end of his junior year. 'Cause he's
Yeah.
only a 4-star right now, but you can't get your 5th star till you're a senior.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, Wade and I each only have one guy left.
Yep, I've only got one guy left. My number 1.
I have 2 guys left.
I've got 2.
All right. Well, what numbers do you have left?
3.
I have 1 and 3.
I have 1.
I have 1. So I think
And
we
I'm
all
guessing
know.
Wade has 1.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, well, I think we know who 1 is. You want me to say my 3?
So what's your 3?
My 3 is Randy Gradshar.
Gradishar?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Randy Gradishar is a 7-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro. He's got a Defensive Player of the Year. He has 2,049 tackles, 19.5 sacks, and 20 interceptions in his career. He was part of the
Orange Crush?
Yeah, Orange Crush defense for the Broncos. So
Yeah, he was good.
he didn't
Gradishar was
he
definitely
didn't
good.
play too many years, but he did get Defensive Player of the Year. I got to try and stick with my stuff here. I always talk about middle linebackers as a Bears fan, so I figured the guy that has 2,000 tackles, I was like, I got to at least talk about him. So
He had a Defensive Player of the Year, and they don't have tackles, so it's kind of hard to like be impressed with his season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he won Defensive Player of the Year, so you assume he had a really great year. But like, okay, well he's like, what did he do? You know what I mean? Like, what did he do to get it? Like, he has 4 picks, which is nice. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's not like it's like, holy crap.
Right.
You know, it's not 14. You know, he has 0 sacks. So, like, like, I assume he probably had like 150 tackles, you know, but
I'll try and find it real
Well,
quick.
the thing that threw me was no Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that too. I want to talk about that too. He's not in the Hall of Fame. It's over.
Which, I mean, we've talked about other guys that we thought should have been, and maybe he should, but
they'll probably get
that
brought
guy
up.
threw me off.
Is it next week we do the Chargers? It'll get brought up with somebody else.
Yeah.
Friggin' yeah.
yeah, well, all 4 of my guys on my list this week are Hall of Famers.
Yeah. Mine too.
Let's see if I can find his Defensive Player of the Year stats. Come on.
Ray, did you have this guy too?
No, I did not.
No, you did not.
So you still have your 1 and
3.
your 3 too. Okay. I bet I know who your 3 is.
Do you?
Yep. I bet he's in the Hall of Fame too.
Here, write your guess down on a piece of paper.
Okay.
We'll see if you get it right.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that all of us have the same number 1, and if we don't, I'm going to be very surprised.
Yeah.
All right. So, Ray, who is your number 3?
Okay, so Doug's guess was Steve Atwater. He is on my consideration,
I missed it.
but my number 3 is Von Miller.
Okay.
Okay,
That's-
I can go with
I
that.
can get behind that.
Yeah.
Let's see, 1 Super Bowl, 1 Super Bowl MVP, 8-time Pro Bowl, 3-time All-Pro, 490 tackles, 110.5 sacks, all 2010s team, Defensive Rookie of the Year. So, I mean, pretty stacked stat line for
Yeah.
Broncos. So, I just had to put him on there. He kind of outrated Bailey a little bit, but, I mean, he's, like we already talked about, he's kind of in his own island kind of niche position. Von Miller's just a monster. I just had to put him on there.
Von Miller, he's been a beast for a while now.
Yeah.
And right now, he's just adding totals to that sack list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He's
can
a-
stay healthy in Buffalo. He'll get.
Yeah, for his overall career, he has 123.5. I mean, he could.
Which once you cross 100 and you start getting to there, you slowly start passing people, and it's only the top people
And
left.
he's still playing well.
Right.
He's not
Oh,
putting
yeah.
up 15 or 16 sacks,
Yeah.
but you get 8 or 9 sacks, you're still useful to your team, and that jumps you up the list quickly, like Drew mentioned.
So if you play 4 more years and you get, say, 8 or 9, that's another. He'll be at like 160.
Right. He played great for the Rams.
If he retires with
last year.
160 sacks, which is what, probably about 8th, 7th on the all-time sacks list, if not higher. I mean, and he's got a Super Bowl with the Broncos, and he was the MVP
Yeah.
of that Super Bowl. And he got another one with the Rams. So, he's definitely. I think he's a Hall of Famer right now.
He's got 8 sacks already this year.
Yeah. I mean, he's going up the list.
He's got that many?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So, no,
As long as he doesn't get hurt, he'll have another double-digit season. Wow.
Yeah.
And
Yes, sir.
10 tackles for loss. Like he's having a nice season in Buffalo. If what's his name, the quarterback,
Josh Allen.
if Josh Allen's elbow is not permanently messed up, I mean they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs.
Right.
you
He
know?
doesn't look good. When we were watching the game against the Vikings, he just doesn't look the same walking around. The way he carries himself around, he just doesn't look.
Here's my thing. Maybe this is the baseball fan in me, but like anytime somebody says UCL, I say Tommy John.
Yeah.
And that's what they say is wrong with him. He has a UCL problem. So I'm like, well, anytime I hear that acronym UCL, I go, well, needs Tommy John. And he's a quarterback. It's not like he's a defensive tackle.
Right.
Like he's throwing the ball like a pitcher.
Yeah.
So
And we know he can throw the ball hard. So
yeah.
at Buffalo, I'm sure, which I hope it's not, but he just doesn't look right now.
No, he does.
Yeah,
He
I
doesn't.
hope he bounces back, but
Yeah.
Correct. All right, so that's everybody except for everybody still has a number 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nobody has a 4, 3, or 2.
Nope.
nope.
All right, so I assume everybody's number 1 is John Elway.
Correct.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
So John is on the list.
He's the only one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wow. Unanimous. All right, there we go.
John Albert Elway Jr. I didn't realize it was all that.
Wow, yeah.
Well, Mr. John Elway, he's a 9-time Pro Bowler. Only a 3-time All-Pro.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I was surprised by that.
He's in the Hall of Fame. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champ. He's got a Super Bowl MVP. He's on the All-90s team. He has a regular MVP.
A couple of Player of the Year.
Yeah. He's thrown for over 50,000 yards in his career, 300 touchdowns. Quite a bit, like almost 80 more touchdowns than picks, so not really close there.
56.9 pass completion.
Yeah, 57%, which is lower for today's standards, but at the time it wasn't bad.
Well, especially when he had that Terrell Davis on his team.
He was also sacked 516 times in his career.
I got a question for you guys about old John Elway. The way he starts his career, in 4 years he goes to 3 Super Bowls, and he gets blown out in all 3. If he doesn't go on to win those other 2, is he what he is today? Instead of winning these last 2, because the first one he loses 39-20, then he loses 42-10, then he loses 55-10. Like, do we talk about John Elway being a big choke artist in the Super Bowl if he doesn't end up winning these last 2?
Here's my thing, and Uncle Doug, you can say what you think, but when I was growing up, this was pre him winning the Super Bowls. Nobody blamed Elway for those losses. They were like, he drug a terrible Denver team there.
Right, yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that his reputation would be the same as it is now if he didn't win those 2 Super Bowls at the end of his career, but I don't think we would necessarily be talking about him being a choke artist because, like I said, nobody I knew was actually blaming him for the losses anyway.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, you look at him more like Dan Marino. I mean, Dan made it to 1, didn't win any. He would have been to several, didn't win them. But winning the two really elevated him in the quarterback list, I think.
I mean, in all reality, at least nobody I know talks about Jim Kelly as a choke artist.
Exactly. That's what I was going to bring up. But, yeah.
They talk about how he never got one.
Right.
They kind of make fun of that Bills team a little bit about how they went there 4 straight times, didn't win one. But I don't ever really remember the choke artist thing even being attached to Jim Kelly.
To an extent, I think for both of them it is a little bit. The first one, they all blame the kicker.
Hold on. What years did Elway go so I can look at this?
All right. He won in 98, 99, then he went in 87, 88, and 90.
Okay. Go ahead and keep doing what you're saying. I'm just trying to look.
So, first one, obviously, with the Bills, they blame the kicker.
Right.
That one's obvious. But then the next one, they play the Redskins. They blame that one on one of the assistant coaches that made fun of the Hogs. That was just stupid.
And then didn't the Cowboys beat him twice?
And then the Cowboys, he gets hurt. Jim Kelly gets hurt in the first quarter, and then Frank Wright comes in, and the Cowboys turn over the Bills 9 times in the Super Bowl, and they get blown out. And then the next year, Bills only score 2 touchdowns, and the Cowboys blow them out again.
You said Frank Wright?
Yeah.
Yeah, what a path of success.
Your old coach.
Hey. So, the first Super Bowl, this is what John Elway did. He's 14 of 38. Not good. For 257 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 picks.
Yeah.
Not a great time there.
Not your great debut.
But he did catch a pass for 23 yards.
We must have been real desperate at the end of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He was playing that Giants team with Lawrence Taylor and all them.
No, this is the Redskins.
Oh, this is the Redskins one?
Yeah, this is the Redskins.
Oh.
So that's 87. So I'm going to go to 88 here. What did I do wrong here? Where did their...
Oh, I bet the Super Bowl is in the... That would be...
Lost. Okay, here's 89.
Oh, this one's terrible.
55-10 to the 49ers.
Mm.
I'm sure Montana had a heyday there.
Or was it Montana or was this Steve Young?
That's Montana.
Oh.
He threw 5 touchdowns that day. Montana did. Elway, 10 of 26 for 108.
Oh.
And 2 interceptions, no touchdowns.
Damn.
Yeah, he struggled in those earlier Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a QB rating of 19.
Wow.
Damn.
Mm.
Yeah.
He also fumbled twice in that game.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. Way to go, John.
This is not a pretty rendition here.
Yeah, I think it's back. I think we gotta go back because the Giants one was before the Redskins one.
I'm kind of making John Elway look like a bitch right now.
All right, yeah. So he lost 39-20 to the Giants in this first one. So the Redskins one I talked about earlier was the second one. We got the years messed up because of Super Bowl in a different year than the season and all that. So, Elway. Well, this is much better. Much, much better. 22 of 37.
Okay.
For 304 yards.
Okay.
1 touchdown, 1 pick. He also ran for a touchdown in this game.
Yeah.
That's much better. That's much better.
Yeah.
The other two look bad.
Yeah, the second and third Super Bowls were embarrassingly bad.
Yeah.
But then he's got a Super Bowl MVP later in his career.
Right.
Yeah.
So
he bounced back.
Well, good for him. That's good, John.
I figured we brought that up since they kind of were close there together. If he doesn't get those two at the end of his career, how does everyone view him? Poor Elway on those Broncos teams, or is it Elway couldn't get the job done? I don't know.
It's an interesting thing to think about. It really is. Because you could see it going the other way, especially after time.
Right.
Like people that actually watched it start to pass away, and then you just go back and do what we just did and look at stats and go, man, that's Elway guy was a choke artist.
Right, yeah. He wasn't any good.
14 to 38, 100 yards, 3 picks. What the?
So in his first Super Bowl back after those, this is with when they win. He's 12 of 22 for 123 yards and a pick.
He's the MVP?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It shouldn't be the MVP of this.
That
right?
Surely that was Terrell Davis's MVP here.
Terrell Davis had 157 yards and 3 touchdowns.
It's gotta
So let's say Terrell Davis.
Yeah, let's say Terrell got that one.
It better be. It's got to be.
So then the next year, they blow out. They didn't just win. Like the year before, they blow out the Falcons.
Oh, yeah. I forgot the Falcons made one there. Isn't that when Deion?
The Dirty Bird.
Yeah,
This is a Dirty Bird.
Yeah, Dirty Bird.
Oh, Chris Chandler, who threw 3 picks in this game.
Ooh.
John Elway, 18 of 29 for 336 and a touchdown and a pick. And he ran for a touchdown. That's the famous spin twirly top one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I bet.
I bet it is. Yeah, it's got to be. Yes, he does that one in the Super Bowl. When he does any of the spin, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely his MVP, because don't they, like, pick him up and stuff at the end of this one?
I think you're right. And he retires. Terrell Davis had 100 yards in this game, no touchdowns. He had 2 catches for 50 yards as well.
What did old Shannon Sharp do? And Rod Smith? They do anything?
Rod Smith had 5 catches for 152 and a touchdown.
Oh.
152 with 5 catches.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
My favorite receiver on this team was Ed McCaffrey.
Oh, yeah.
I thought Ed McCaffrey
Oh,
was
yeah.
a beast.
Yes.
Man. Shannon Sharp had 2 catches for 26 in this game.
Shannon. They must have called the SWAT team on you this game, buddy.
Yeah.
That would be someone if they heard our podcast, Skip and Shannon. Some of our takes about stuff, they would. Skip would probably agree with us about LeBron.
Well, I'll be honest with you guys. LeBron doesn't look so good right now.
No, the Lakers are 0-10 with him and 3-0 without him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's the stat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Trade him. Trade.
Well, not just
I think
that,
Stephen
though.
Ayer was saying that the other day.
No,
Time for the Lakers to trade him.
yeah, he's been saying that for like 6 months. He said that's the
Yeah.
only person they have worth the trade because nobody else wants anybody else.
Yeah.
Davis and Westbrook found ways to win games without him.
So, in the first Super Bowl, going back to these receivers, Rod Smith had 0 catches for 0 yards. And Shannon
weird.
Sharp had 5 catches for 38 yards.
Okay.
Neither one did. Their leading receiver was McCaffrey with 2 catches for 45 yards.
We must have just fed Terrell Davis the ball.
Yeah.
John Elway had 123 passing yards.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And the defense must have scored something. That's not.
Brett Favre threw the ball 42 times for only 250 yards.
Wow.
Oh, these stats sometimes are just crazy.
Have to go back and look at it to see, like, it is crazy.
So, as far as defensive stats go, it says Tyrone Braxton had an INT. Steve Atwater had a sack. Yeah, I don't see any touchdowns, but anyway, I get off all this.
I just figured we talk about Elway and his Super Bowls. I don't know if we have to go that far in depth with it, but I figured we at least mention them.
Well, in all reality, he went to 5. He played really well in 2 of them and played really poorly in 3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, the one. I mean, actually, probably played poorly in 4 of them.
That was the first one, and the last one he played really well. Though that's what.
Wait, what?
And 3 in the middle.
I forgot that first one that they lose. He actually plays
He
decent.
threw for like
Yeah.
350.
Right, he played pretty good that one.
But yeah, it's
See,
3 in the middle. Oh, man.
John was our only unanimous,
Yeah.
right?
Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 7 other guys.
Mm.
Well, we did that one thing again when each of us had a different number 4.
Oh yeah.
So so Elway's on.
Yeah.
So now we have 2 guys with 4. So Shannon Sharp and Terrell Davis made every list but one. Who didn't have Shannon Sharp? Ray. And who didn't have Terrell Davis?
Me.
Drew. Okay. So what do you think we can do to get you guys to include those two? Are you guys dead set against them, or?
I mean, Terrell Davis is just so short.
What?
I mean, what?
Short career?
Yeah.
You said
Not
Terrell Davis
high.
was short. That's what you just
No,
said.
I'm not talking about it.
I thought you were about to height shame somebody. I'm like, what is this
wait a
argument
minute.
I'm
going?
not height shaming anybody. It was just so. It goes back to with Wade. I can't.
Yeah, but he
In the
did
Bears
so,
episode,
he did so much in a short time.
So who'd you have on instead?
I had Granshar.
Gradishar.
Yeah, Gradishar.
Gratishar. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, as somebody in the room that has no idea who the hell that is, I'm going to say we go with Terrell Davis.
You kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding. I really have no idea who that is.
I watched him play. I knew who you were talking about.
Yeah.
I considered him. But Terrell Davis has got Super Bowl MVP, a regular MVP, and 2 Players of the
He
Year.
played for 4 years.
All right, hold on.
Anyone now?
Let's come back to Terrell
No,
Davis.
wait. Can I say one thing before we get off topic? Are we gonna let Todd Gurley in the Hall of Fame for having 4 good years?
Todd Gurley didn't do anything.
Yeah,
He didn't do
this guy
anything
did.
that Terrell Davis did.
But if he wins that Super Bowl with the Rams, he has a Super Bowl and he just retired. Do we let Todd Gurley in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think that's. I think that's apples and oranges.
Todd Gurley didn't have a 2,000-yard season.
And the MVP.
And the MVP.
And the Super
Let me
Bowl
ask you a
MVP.
question, Drew.
Oh boy.
Would you like to have a middle linebacker that played well for quite a few years,
Played
or
well.
do you want 2 Super Bowls?
Played well.
Yeah.
You mean play well? He got 2,000 tackles in like 10 years.
Did he? Because I don't have any tackles.
Get out of here.
Seriously,
I didn't either.
Pro Football Reference says
Yeah, Pro
no
Football
tackles.
Reference doesn't have his
Okay, but every
tackles.
other site does.
I always go to
The
Pro Football
other
Reference,
site.
so I got to be honest.
Every other site, well, you could look at the guy. Everything besides Pro Football Wrestling says 2,049 tackles.
And
So
how
what is
many
he-
seasons?
10.
10.
Okay.
Hold on. That's 200 tackles a season.
Right.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
But he just played well. That is good. 200 tackles a season. Are you kidding me, guys?
Right.
And half that time it's like 14 games.
But he's not in the Hall of Fame, and he didn't win a Super Bowl. And he's got no MVPs.
He's got Defensive Player of the Year.
That's true. That is good. And I considered him. I really did.
All right, well, let's revisit this in a minute. Ray, what do we got to do to get Shannon Sharp on?
I don't know. Let's see. Man, I don't know. That's a tough one because I got Von Miller here. He's pretty beastly.
Or Rod Smith?
He's pretty beastly too. Got better stats.
Well, I'll put this in context for you.
Okay. Let's hear
Rod
it.
Smith played receiver
Okay.
and Shannon Sharp played tight end, and there's only 1,000 yards difference in their career numbers.
Not on the Broncos.
Well, yeah, for the Broncos, correct, because Rod Smith played there a lot longer. But we're talking about one of the greatest tight ends of all time,
Yeah.
or a pretty good receiver.
Okay.
I got 3 letters for you, Ray.
What's that?
H-O-F.
Oh, we're just gonna throw the Hall of Fame around like that, huh?
Yes, yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's see what I can do here.
Here comes the deal.
Bunch of BS deals.
Who's all got Champ Bailey?
I do.
I do.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
two
3 of
The
us.
3 that are here.
Okay.
Wade's not here to help you.
And everybody's trying to get Mr. Drew on the Terrell Davis side. Man, this is rough. Drew, who on this list, before I even say anything, would you pick that you don't have?
Who would I pick that I don't have?
Yeah.
Von Miller.
Okay.
I picked Von Miller over Terrell Davis. Both. Von only has one Super Bowl. Terrell Davis has won, but they both have Super Bowl MVPs tied there.
Yeah.
So I would pick Von over Terrell.
Okay.
Because Von was my number 5 and Terrell was 6. I'm doing my research.
Man, it's tough because I don't want to give him up. Man, this sucks.
I wish we had Wade here so we can get rid of Wade and Peyton and give Von.
Well, he's not here to defend him, so why don't we go ahead and get rid of Peyton?
Well,
Because nobody in the room has him.
Yeah.
So we're not going to argue.
Sorry, Wade. We talked about him.
Yeah.
All right. So
And
Manning's
we
out.
appreciate him. We love Peyton, but we love him with the Colts.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a Colt first.
So we did get rid of a guy finally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Peyton's gone.
So who are Wade's other 3?
Terrell Davis, Shannon Sharp,
Elway.
and Elway.
I know. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe you put Peyton on.
I honestly wasn't surprised.
Yeah.
Well, he talked about it, but I didn't think he actually would.
Hey, Peyton's his man.
Peyton is his man.
Okay, so I'm going to do something crazy.
Here we go.
Okay.
I love it.
So, I will take Rod Smith off, and I will concede to Shannon Sharp. But I'm going to concede my Davis pick. Wait, hold on here.
You can't take your own pick and add another one to your own pick. I knew that's what you were doing in your head.
Yes. Sorry, I'm watching the Eagles game. Sorry.
Damn it.
There's our
That ain't gonna
first.
work.
The NFL's lead leaguer in interceptions just got another one.
Oh, is that
Okay. So,
Garner
yeah, we'll do
Johnson?
that. I'll go to Sharp. We'll do that first. Let's go to Sharp.
Okay, go to Sharp.
So you're taking Rod Smith off.
Yep, I'll go ahead and go to Sharp.
Okay, so is that
That's a fiver.
So Sharp's in.
Sharp's in. So we got Elway and Sharp.
you have Sharp too?
Yes, I have Sharp.
So we all have him now.
So Sharp and Elway are in. Davis is at 4 of us, and Bailey's at 3 of us.
Okay.
And then we have Gradishar and Von Miller at 1 apiece. That's how you said it, right, Gradishar?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
God damn it.
You feel like you have something up your sleeve here, Ray.
I
but
had
don't know what's
something,
going
but
on.
it's not working.
Well, Drew's trying to cook something up in the kitchen over here, too.
You said you were going to give up your Davis pick.
Yeah,
But
but I
for
was,
what?
Exactly, and that's where.
So
the
you're gonna go to Bailey? 'Cause that's the
No.
only
No.
person left you can go to.
Come to Gradishar with me.
Oh, I guess he could come to Gradishar. Yeah, Gradishar or Bailey, the only two you can go
Come
to.
to Gradishar, Ray, and I'll take my Bailey pick away and give it to Von.
What the hell y'all got with Bailey? Talking about one of the top 5 corner unquestioned corner of all time.
Yes, we're gonna
We're
do
talking
that.
12 Pro Bowls.
So I'll do that. I'm gonna take my Davis pick away. I'm gonna go to Bailey. So we have 3. Drew takes his Bailey pick away and goes Von Miller. So Von Miller's at 2.
So,
So Davis is at 3. Bailey's at 3.
and no, Bailey would only be,
Bailey went down to 2.
Bailey went down to 2.
No, but I put my pick at Bailey, put it at 3, and he took his pick.
No,
and
I wanted you to take yours away. Wait,
I took my Davis pick away, and I went to Bailey. You took your Bailey
No,
pick away,
No, I want
and
you
went to Von Miller. So Von Miller's at 2. Bailey's still at 3. Davis is at 3.
So hold the hell on.
that doesn't.
So now, instead of us 3 having Bailey, we 3 have Bailey.
Right, I want you to put your Davis pick
But
at
now-
Gradishar, so it'd be 2, 2,
But-
and then top would be 2.
Hold on.
So we have 2,
Okay,
2,
so we
3.
got 2. Okay, hold on. I got it. Okay,
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go. Okay, now we're good.
So Bailey has 2, Davis has 3, Gradishar has 2, and Von Miller has 2.
yeah, there we go. Now we're where we want to be.
Wade, will you concede your Davis pick and put on Von Miller? Yes, I will.
No, I don't give a shit about Terrell Davis. The Champ Bailey thing is what's bothering me. We're talking about a guy that's all time in his position. Like, I don't get it.
Because Von Miller is awesome.
I like Von Miller.
Well, then come to the Von Miller side and get rid of Bailey.
No.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Get rid of Davis.
Okay, so I guess
Your Davis
will
pick
you
can go to
get
Von-
rid of Davis and come to Von Miller?
I would get rid of my Davis pick for Von Miller well before I would get rid of my Bailey
Yeah.
pick.
Dad, will you get rid of Davis instead of Von Miller?
I don't know.
Come on. Come on, Dad.
Wade's got Von Miller too. Wade's got Davis. I mean,
Wade's not here. Come on, Dad. Vaughn won a Super Bowl for your Rams. He's always
Okay, so hold on. I'm talking out loud. I'm not actually making a deal.
Okay.
I'm just talking out loud to all you guys.
Okay.
All right.
If Uncle Doug and I come off Davis and go to Von Miller, do you two come to Bailey?
What do you think, Drew? Should we do it? They're pretty good.
You got a deal, Al. I do it.
Uncle Doug, are you okay with that?
I'll go with that.
There we go. We got us the deal.
I'm fine with that.
You guys I think this is the first time in podcast history that a one voter got on the list.
Yeah.
We have.
Yeah.
Let's go, Ray.
We just got
our 4 guys are Elway, Sharp,
Uncle Doug.
Bailey. Oh, Elway, Sharp, Bailey, and Miller.
That was one of our best argument sessions. That was the look on your face when I said, "I'll take my Bailey vote."
Oh man.
What's Wade gonna do with that?
We got rid of Terrell Davis. Let's go.
I wish we had a Bronco fan here today. I really do.
I don't think I know any Bronco fans.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man, that was pretty hectic.
Indeed it was. All right, so as our final 4 are John Elway, quarterback, Shannon Sharp, tight end, Champ Bailey, cornerback, and Von Miller, pass rusher, I guess is the best way to put that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monster, beast, whatever you want to call him.
I'm sorry, Terrell Davis. But I will say, like, if Terrell Davis had all those awards and, like, a 10-year career, there's no way you've talked me out of it.
Right.
I don't know. If he didn't play for 4 years, he'd be on my list.
Yeah, but, like, with just the 4 years, it is a lot easier sell to take him off, I think. So that is our Denver Bronco 4. Hopefully no Bronco fans are, too pissed at us. And that will end the Denver Bronco portion of this episode and move us into trivia. Drew,
Everybody
are you ready?
Everybody got markers. Everybody got boards. Everybody got erasers.
I don't have a marker or an eraser. I have a board, though.
Here, you can have this one.
Thank you.
I gotta see which markers work. That one works. Oh, we're good. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do this.
I actually have 2 trivia questions. So if you want me to ask one for Wade, so we keep our number up, I can.
Oh, we can do that. Yeah,
That
I'm cool
works.
with that.
It'll hurt you though. You gotta ask 2 questions.
That's true.
So it's up to you.
That's all right.
All right. Stephon Diggs has more receiving touchdowns than what 4 teams
Whoa.
in the NFL?
Well, will you tell us how many TDs he has?
Yeah, let me look it up for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't say on the question how many he has, but
What the hell just happened?
Looked like there was a player that got injured, Alex.
Yeah, it says Commander's touchdown, and Dallas Goedert's laying in the middle of the field holding his leg.
Diggs has 7 touchdowns this year.
So face
7?
mask, and then a fumble.
Does the face mask counteract the fumble though?
They didn't call it.
Well, they didn't call it?
No. But he tackled him by his face mask.
So this is total touchdowns or just receiving?
Receiving touchdowns. Stephon Diggs has more receiving touchdowns than these 4 teams.
Okay. Maybe. Maybe.
But he's definitely down, though. It's not a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't think it's a touchdown. I think he's definitely down.
Like, you can't say he's not down by contact. He's laying on top of Dallas Goedert. Talking about the game too much, sorry.
Somebody's a fan.
All right, I got 4 guesses.
Yep, I'm good.
I'm not, sorry. And I got 3 guesses. There's pure guesses, though.
All right, let's hear him.
I said Eagles, Jags, Giants.
Okay.
I thought we had to have 4.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
I wasn't even paying enough attention to do that.
I got Lions, Raiders, Texans, and Broncos.
Okay.
And I've got Texans, Panthers, Browns, and Giants.
All right. It's the Giants, the Steelers, the Broncos, and the Titans.
I should
Whoa.
have given. Yeah, I should have known the
One of
Broncos.
those.
That trash team this year.
Yeah.
Russell Cook.
So no points that round. Can I use that eraser, Ray?
Yeah.
All right. For the Wade question, the Denver Broncos were the first AFL team to beat an NFL team, and they beat them 13-7 in 1960. It's like 7 maybe. Anyway, the Broncos were the first team to do it, and they beat this team 13-7. Who is the team they beat?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's going to purely be a guess.
Yeah.
And I don't know which teams were in which league either, so
Yeah, I don't remember all of them. I'm just going with one that I think I know, so I got to guess.
yeah, I got to guess.
I'm good.
All right, what you guys got?
I said the
I
Falcons.
said the Packers.
I also said the Packers.
It was the Lions.
Ugh. Should have just guessed the Lions. They're always losing. So I
Okay,
forgive
then
me
for
yesterday.
my question, the first, I need to know the name of the quarterback. The first Bronco quarterback with a passer rating over 100.
Ooh. I'm trying to think of an older Bronco quarterback than John Elway.
Well, well, well.
First Bronco quarterback. What?
All right, I got to guess.
Yeah, I got one.
And the rating was 102.9, by the way.
Sorry, I yawned there. You got some, Drew?
Yeah, I'm just gonna guess.
All right. I said Jay Cutler.
Said Elway.
I said Osweiler.
It was actually Brian Greasy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I was surprised, too. That's why I wrote it down.
wow, that's.
All right. Ray, you got one?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Okay. Who is the all-time winningest QB in the history of the Bills-Dolphins rivalry?
The Bills-Dolphins rivalry. Like, so is this by like win percentage or this by the most wins?
Most wins.
Okay.
Huh. All right, well, I'm just going to go with an obvious answer and hope it's right.
I'm going with the oddball answer.
I got an answer.
Alright. I got a guess.
All right, I said Jim Kelly.
I said Fitzmagic.
I said Bob Greasy.
And Doug is correct.
Yeah.
Bob
All right.
Greasy had 18 wins.
I went with Fitzmagic because he played for both teams.
Oh, there you
So
go.
technically he could double
That's
dip.
tricky, yeah.
I wonder how much he had.
Yeah.
Apparently, I don't have a pen either. I'm just, what the hell,
Come on,
Ray? I don't
Alex.
have
Alex,
a
get
pen.
it together here.
It's not my week. Thank you, sir.
Hey, a point. I haven't got a point for a while, I don't think.
All right, that leaves me, correct?
Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, apparently I lost my question. Oh, here we go. Who was the first Denver Bronco to have a 15-sack season?
I don't know if I know Broncos pass rushers very well besides Vaughn.
Well, everybody got an answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I got an answer.
All right, what you got?
Price? I can't remember his first name. I want to say Trevor, but
I put Atwater.
I just put Vaughn.
It is Simon Fletcher.
Oh. I did not know that.
To be honest with you, I don't know who that is either.
I know the name, but I knew it was one of those older guys. I knew it was before Vaughn, but
Well, after this week's tallies, 1 whole point given out. The standings are as follows. We have Drew with 32. Wade with 27. Uncle Doug with 23. Alex with 13. The guest with 7, and Ray with 5.
Yeah.
Oh wait, before we end, I was supposed me and Robert text about once a week about the podcast episodes.
Oh, okay.
So, and Robert is very disappointed in you, Ray, and Wade for not talking about Pat McAfee as Colts fans.
Oh,
He says you guys should have talked about it because he listened to his episodes back and forth from college, and he says he was disappointed. And he's ready for a rebuttal too. He sent me a response to you.
Look, we all love Pat McAfee. He's awesome. I'm a wrestling fan. I love him when he does commentary in wrestling. He's a great punter. He's very energetic. He's just not on the top 4.
I know, but he just wanted you to mention him.
No, well, Pat McAfee,
Shoot,
we love the guy.
Now I gotta remember, what did Robert say? Oh yeah, and Robert wanted to say, he said the reason why he hasn't been back on is he wants to give Ray a chance to catch up to the guest.
that's
Bring that ass.
Robert's talking smack.
Wow. Bring that ass.
And he likes his crazy horse pick Tua.
Nice.
Tua is having a nice season.
Yeah.
He's not knocked unconscious.
Truth.
All right. Oh,
Good luck to Robert and Truman State. Hopefully they'll make the playoffs this week.
They didn't.
They didn't?
They didn't make it.
Oh, no.
But they should have a bowl game.
I didn't realize they had already announced it. Yeah, well, sorry, Robert.
Yeah.
all right. Well, that will wrap up another week. We appreciate you tuning in for our Denver Broncos episode. And we would appreciate you tuning in next week for our San Diego / Los Angeles Chargers episode. And thanks for tuning in to Sports the NEMO Way.